Hi, I'm Monday Beauty and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Today I'm going to be telling you all my thoughts on freshman orientation, things you need to know, things that might help you survive. Because recently I just went to orientation for freshman year of college, which I'm still mind blown. I also have some input from my best friend who also went to freshman orientation with me because she is my best friend and she was going up, and I was like, can I just tag along? And so I did. Thank you, Cassie, for letting me tag along with you and your family in orientation. So I have some of her thoughts. She's also my roommate. We also roomed when we were at orientation, so I'll go into a little more about that in this video. I hope you all enjoy, and let's get started. So I texted my best friend to see her thoughts. I told her that I'm doing this video so she knows, and I'm going to start with hers and then kind of jump off of them. So she said it was okay. I mean, it was kind of orientation. In my opinion, it was a waste of time for an orientation, but a good experience, if that makes any sense. I enjoyed going. I had fun. I would do it again. But that's me. I'm also an extrovert where my best friend is an introvert. So that is kind of a different mindset at how we view things, which is why I usually have her thoughts and opinions on things that we do together, because it's good to see two different types of people in the same situation. She would have liked to learn more about the school and dorms rather than team building. Now, there was a lot of team building exercises, and I actually made 2 friends on the trip because me and my best friend were separated, which I was not happy about. I did not want to be separated. I have really bad social anxiety, which causes a lot of problems for me. So we went together, we did a bunch of things together, and then we had to break off, which I was like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, almost like the whole time, because when I'm thrown into situations, I don't like that. So I have to be willingly step into those positions for my social anxiety not to get to me, which is very hard for me sometimes because most of the time I don't want to do things. No tea, no shade, just facts. So we did have to do a lot of team building exercises, which were kind of pointless because the campus I'm going to is quite small, so we will see these people again. But the likelihood of being friends with most of our group, I think we had like 10 people in my group. I had one of the smaller groups. So the fact is most of those people weren't going into my study field. Actually, when we went into later on our college's area, like I'm going in for behavioral science, so is my best friend. So when we went in, they asked us which fields we were going into, like under behavioral science, and when she asked about photography, I raised my hand because I'm going to become a photography major. No one else in the room raised their hand. So that means in this one orientation, I am the only photography major so far, for that orientation. Which means the group that I was with was not my field specific. I met one person who is in my field who I talk to sometimes, and then my best friend is in that field. I'll be right back, my battery's dying. Oh right, the groups. I was saying how I probably won't talk to most of these people again. I had a really fun group, which probably made my experience better. I know my best friend did not have a group that she enjoyed, but also the extrovert and introvert differences where I, even though I have social anxiety, once I am comfortable in a group, I start to kind of meld in and be my extrovert self, because that's who I am inside. I'm really an extrovert all the time, but just like anxiety, you know? I know. But we did do a lot of games that I kind of thought were pointless. Like we did what do you bring to the picnic, which I don't think was pointless because I learned people's names, even though I don't remember like any of them except like 3, and our group was like 10 or 12. I don't really remember. And then we played the like Never Have I Ever game where you like switch in circles, which was fun. I never got into the center because I am really fast at running. Not really. But I'm very competitive and I don't like being in the middle because that was the first exercise we did, and I was like, I don't want to stand in front of a bunch of people I don't know and say something about me and try to get into the circle. No way, not gonna happen. So I somehow did not end up in the circle, thankfully. We had 2 leaders in the group. They were pretty cool, kind of. I mean, like, I enjoyed them. They were good advice, or good tour guide people. It's their job. They're doing it for a summer. I think it's a credit. So, I mean, like, they have to do, like, 10 of these or something. And, like, honestly, I don't, like, good for them. They had to put on a show, which I did not like at all. It was just all about the things that you had to, like, look out for in college. And I was like, no, I don't, like, yeah, I knew these. I didn't need a graphic display about what's happening. Like, no thank you. I didn't want that. And I just, at that point, I wanted to go to bed. Me and my friend had to drive from where we live up to our college. So we left at like 4 o'clock in the morning and drove and didn't fall asleep, and they didn't let us go to bed until like 10, and they didn't give us bathroom breaks. Lunch was really good. Breakfast was okay. Dinner was also really good. We got to eat in the mess hall, which was really cool to get a feel of like what's the food there, like if kind of give you an idea of if you wanted to expand your dining plan because you like the food or not, or that's what I took out of that. Now I'm going to talk about after we learned about a bunch of stuff the first day. That was the longest day for me. We're at a different high altitude, so if you know that, if you know you're switching altitudes, drink water, bring sunscreen, because you are not used to it. You are not. No matter how much you want to tell yourself, you're not. I put sunscreen on and I still got sunburned because I didn't have time to reapply. But bring sunscreen, bring water. I am a fan. I always bring my Hydro almost everywhere I go. You can ask my best friend. Her channel is down below because I have mentioned her a bunch on this channel. So I'll link her down below. Check her out. She has some videos going up soon. Maybe not soon. She's getting a new computer. What she's working on is kind of so she's getting a new computer, so hopefully she'll be producing some more videos soon. But yeah, her channel's linked down below. Change it. Back to orientation. Sunscreen, water. If you have a Hydro, bring it. Drink water. It's important. Because you can get altitude sickness, and something to help with altitude sickness is water. Also, dehydration is a real thing. Honestly, even if you're not going to a different altitude, bring water, bring sunscreen. You're going to be outside a lot. You might want to wear a hat to keep the sun off your face because honestly, you're outside almost the whole time. I know for my orientation, we were in and out, and usually we sat on the grass and talked about things. We did those games outside. We were outside most of the time, and where I was, thankfully, it was nice outside and not death. But it is summer, and most places it is death outside. So you might want to fix that by bringing water and sunscreen and clothes that are light but cover your skin because then you are less likely to get sunburn and be miserable the next day of your orientation. My orientation was 2 days. I forgot to mention that. This is all the first day. So after the show, which I hated, did not like, we had to play a game where we had to like put ourselves out there, and no, I do not know these people well enough to be putting myself out there in a vulnerable situation. Like, no, I don't know you. I don't really want to know most of you. There are a few people who I got to know and I like and would like to get to know better, but most of those people I won't talk to again, hopefully. If I do, hey, sup? I don't know if you ever watched this video, but like, hey, sorry, I'm kind of trash talking you. But it's true. Most of the people I don't really have any intention of talking to again, or like really trying to get to know. There are a few people who I want to get to know, obviously, because extrovert. But it is very much of, they wanted us to talk about how we felt about the piece, and you could tell that the leaders were kind of proud of it, so you didn't want to like bash it, but I so badly wanted to bash the piece because there was a dance piece that was awful. I hated it. It was so bad, and I cringed. I was in the front row. I could see all the mistakes, and I was like, oh my gosh, someone help me, please. And it was so bad. I just, I didn't like it at all. I didn't, and I don't like talking about, we did this step in, step out game where you said something and then you got to like know people, but you didn't have to say anything, which I appreciated because I don't normally trust my voice in a situation, a social situation that I'm uncomfortable in, because I am very likely to break down. And they were like, if you are going to break down, please don't speak. And I was like, okay, I won't, because I'm very likely to with where this conversation's going. So it, like, some of the questions were like, did you have a happy childhood? Are your parents together? Are your parents divorced? Are you religious? Are you not? And I was just like, these are questions that you don't really ask a bunch of just graduated high school students. I'm sorry, we are in a state that you shouldn't really be talking about it. I know you want us to be comfortable in this school, like I get that, but like this is not how you do it. You should just talk about the school, talk about the classes, talk about what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy. Like, it was very much a very feely orientation. Like, they wanted you to present yourself emotionally, which I did not go to orientation to have my emotions analyzed. No, thank you. I know who I am. I know how to deal with my emotions. I have my best friend as my therapist. She has me as her therapist. I don't really need anyone else. I have my best friend. I have my family. I have other friends who I come to first. I am not going to present my feelings to complete strangers. I'm not comfortable with that unless I paid a therapist to do it, because they're sworn to secrecy by law. They like have to do this. Like, there's certain things that they can like abide by, but like, I'm rambling. So after this, we went to like a game event thing, which was so much fun. I had so much fun at that event. Again, me and my best friend were on opposite teams, and I was so upset about that. I was like, you separated me and my best friend the whole day. I just want to be with my best friend. I came with her, like I want to be with her. But no, that didn't happen. So we were on opposite teams. Me and her team did not win. I think she got third, and our team did not place. I think there was 5 teams, and I was the orange team, and I think she was the black team. I don't really know. But yes, that was something that happened. We played games, and like they were relay games, and they were really fun to watch, and my advisors really got us into going in the game, which made it really fun. Like, we did the chants. We were the most enthusiastic group, and I'm sure my best friend would say the same. But that was really fun. After the games, there was a dance party. I stayed for like maybe 10 minutes, and then I headed to my dorm without telling anyone. My best friend was already there, and you could hear the music blaring in the dorm room, and I was like, wow, that's loud. And it was really an aesthetic, and I don't know, I mean, yeah, I guess aesthetic works. I don't know if my best friend vlogged orientation or not, but I know she had clips of it, so it might be in a video, it might not. I don't really know. I'm not her. I did not vlog anything from orientation because I don't have storage on my phone, and I didn't really want to bring my huge camera and lug it around orientation. I just didn't think that was a smart idea. Sorry, not sorry. But it was dorms. The dorms were slightly bigger than I was expecting, which I thought was a really cool thing. I brought some bedding to make sure it fit on my bed, because you know how it is. You don't want to buy a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Me and my best friend had a great time. We just laughed, and it was like having a slumber party, which was really cool. And I'm kind of excited to dorm with her, especially now after seeing how it was like to dorm with her once. I had the side of the sink, and I have a fear of heights, and they had the desks lofted, which, if you don't know, that just means that they had the desks underneath the bunk bed or the bed, so you had to climb up and down. And because I had the side of the sink and I'm afraid of heights, I like stepped on the ladder, put my foot on the sink, and stepped on the ladder and like hopped down. So it was like I was on the bed, the sink was over here, and then there was like the ladder here, so I was like on the ladder. I put one foot on the sink, I put another, and then I like stepped down on the ladder, and then I hopped off because I'm scared of heights, which will be a fun situation for the rest of my life. So we went to bed. We woke up early because we had like advising meetings and things like that, which honestly, I saw my schedule before. I did priority enrollment. I had known that I've been going to this college for like 2 years now. I had my stuff together. So yeah, I knew my classes. I was okay with them. That was kind of a waste of my time, except I got to know who my counselor was going to be, so that was a plus.